Hello, now I'm going to talk to you about creating different types of walls in your basic room. So this is the room that we did where we created the back wall and the side walls go to the vanishing point. And this room is just a box. And for some of us, our rooms are just boxes, but sometimes the rooms will extend into another room or they will have little crevices or alcoves in them. So I wanted to show you how to do this. It's a little bit more advanced, but I think that a lot of you would be quite ready for this. So one thing that you can do, and this one is actually pretty easy, is you can just create kind of a doorway that goes into another room. And when you do that, all you need to do is to create the doorway and create lines that go to your other perspective lines like this. And then do a little bit of creative erasing here. I'm going to erase this and this and right here because I don't want these lines. You can start to see that that looks like a great big long hallway going back into the distance. Well, if I don't want that to be a huge long hallway, I can just start here and then go across. And what that does is it creates a whole other little room back there. And for some people, I know that this is a little hard to see at first, so I'm going to do a little bit more erasing, remembering that I'm leaving that horizon line for right now. We want to leave that horizon line for as long as we can until the end of the project so that we know where things should go, whether or not I need to see the top and the bottom or just the top and the side. So you can see that that goes back into another room. You can also do it pretty easily by making a door. We talked in the other tutorial about how to make a door. So I'm going to make a door here and make that go down. So that door is on the side and it goes back to the vanishing point. Going to erase here and here. Remember, we're not erasing away completely as we work because that just takes too long. So we'll do that later when we're doing our final cleanup so that we don't spend a lot of our time just erasing. So all I'm doing here is at this corner, I'm going to just go back horizontally because remember, everything is vertical, horizontal, or it goes to the vanishing point. So I'm just going to do that. And guess what? I've got this really cool room or this little alcove that's going to go back in here into the distance. And if I erase this, it makes it look like that floor is just coming out right there, which is pretty cool. There's one more way that you can do this too. You can just use this rectangle tool here and go from one corner to the other. See here, I'm looking at this corner and this corner, how they're hitting that line. And then I can stretch that back as far as I want. And then after that, I'm going to use my line tool. And from the vanishing point, I'm going to go through these new corners. And sometimes this is easier to see after it's done. But here I'm going to turn that whole section back and make it, I'm going to use my select tool here. I'm going to make that look like it's going back into the room, maybe creating an alcove. This would be a really nice place, for a window seat or a closet. I'm going to erase here and here. Part of using one-point perspective really is just kind of knowing what to erase. So you got to look at it and see what you think, see what needs to be there and what doesn't need to be there. Leaving that horizon line for right now. Don't want to erase too much, but I don't want to leave too much either. And if you look at that, actually I did erase the horizon line, but I'm going to take this away here so you can kind of see how that wall really looks. I wouldn't want to do that normally until the end, but I took it away just so you can kind of see how that works. As you get farther back into it, and remember when I'm doing this type of erasing, I'm just using my select tool and hitting the delete key. I can really make that look like it's a room that has lots of shape to it. So instead of it just being a box, I can have a lot more space in my room, a lot more room for furniture, and a lot more room for fun. So give it a try.